Hi, welcome back to Zecher, lemaaseh Bereshis. Today we're going to talk about the well-known snakes called boa constrictors. That means they squeeze their victims, their prey, to death. There are many different types of boa constrictors. These are young emerald tree boas. When they're first born, they're with that beautiful red color. And then as they get a little bit older, their color turns to the gray, which is a much better camouflage color in the trees. There are dozens of species. There's an island off of Central America where they're only 3 feet long, but most of Central America they're 10 feet long, these snakes. And there's some places like Trinidad and Venezuela where the boa constrictors get to be as much as 20 feet long. And they live in the rainforests of Central America. And there are some boas that live in Africa. They're called sand boas. But all the rest of the boas live in South America, Central America. They live in dense, wet jungles in the tropical parts of South America. They can live 20 to 30 years. Hashem gave them skin coloration that's usually patterns of brown and cream colored, which looks quite a bit like the leaves, the dead leaves on the ground of the forest. They lie in wait, camouflaged, hidden among the leaves, and they wait for passing prey to grab. When they do grab it, they wrap around themselves, around the body very quickly, and they squeeze and tighten until the animal that they catch cannot breathe anymore and dies of suffocation. Then they swallow, usually head first, whole, the animal. And it may take many days to digest the prey. Its stomach juices are so strong that they can swallow a porcupine and nothing will be left except for a couple of small quills. Boa constrictors are very good swimmers, and they spend a good amount of their time near the edge of the rivers, waiting for prey to come to get a drink from the water, and that's how they catch most of their food to eat. Whatever they can swallow, they will take, whether it's mammal or bird. Now the very big ones will eat animals as big as monkeys, capybaras, which are the biggest rodents in the world, and agoutis, and wild pigs, even caimans, which are alligator-like animals, pretty big animals. And the smaller ones, the smaller boas, will eat mice and frogs and lizards. On the top we have a picture showing the nice camouflage colors of a boa. Actually, all 3 pictures show it. The bottom one is a rainbow boa. The other ones I don't have names for, but they all have very effective camouflage coloring. And that helps them so they can keep hidden and be able to catch their prey to eat. When they're threatened, boa constrictors will hiss. They'll hiss so loudly that they can be heard 100 feet away. When they're young, they're preyed upon themselves by coatis, caimans, hawks, and wild pigs. The young boas will climb trees. The older, heavier adults will stay on the forest floor. In warmer areas, they will stay active the whole year. In the cooler places, they might have a long period of being inactive, like semi-hibernation, I guess. The young emerald tree boas, which we showed you on the first page, they are born either orange, pink, yellow, or red, and then, as we said, they turn to green, or grayish-green, by the end of the first year. We have the top was an Amazon tree boa, and the bottom one is a sand boa in Africa, Kenya, Africa. two more emerald tree boas. They're pretty colors. Now the largest snake in the entire world is a boa constrictor. It has its own name. It's called the anaconda. It lives in South America. Very often they're 20 feet long. Measured at 37.5 feet long. So there are, let's say there's some pythons, which is another different type of constricting snake, which get to be 25, 26 feet long. But nothing comes even close to this giant anaconda that's 37 feet. And they live throughout tropical South America. It's also been called the water boa, because it spends almost all its time in water. They lie in wait also for their prey to come down to the water's edge to drink, and then they strike quickly with their head. They drag the prey into the water to drown it, and then they swallow it. Sometimes they'll go on land to hunt for prey also. And as with most snakes, they're capable of swallowing prey that's wider than themselves. The upper and lower jaws are very loosely attached, and they open very wide. And then when they swallow these big animals, so what prevents their brain from being hurt by the big bones that they're swallowing? So Hashem gave them special protection. They have special big bones themselves to protect their brain. And this is the anaconda. Also, Hashem gave them a special valve in their breathing tube, so it allows them to breathe while they're swallowing these gigantic animals. Again, they don't crush the prey. What they do is they hold it, and every time the prey exhales its breath, the anaconda just coils a little bit tighter around its chest so that the ribs can't expand, thus eventually preventing all breathing until it suffocates. They have 20 to 40 live babies each year, anacondas. Each one, when they're born, they're 2 to 3 feet long. But half of the babies get eaten the first year, eaten by caimans, an alligator-type animal, and ocelots, which are a type of cat, pretty big cat. So here we have a picture of an ocelot that just grabbed a baby anaconda. It's going to eat it. And, of course, the full-grown anacondas sometimes eat the ocelots. On the bottom is a picture of a giant anaconda in the water. Now I showed you before a picture of an anaconda. I want to show you again. This is a picture of an anaconda, an 19-foot long anaconda wrapped around a 7.5-foot long caiman. And there's no hope for that